And we are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa channel where I read you those cryptocurrency news articles. And it has been a while, right? Oh my gosh, it has been so busy here at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club that I haven't had time to actually go over the news, read some news articles, know what's actually going on. I feel so out of the loop, but hey, it's good being busy here. Like, we have so much stuff going on here at the club. Like, today is our 2-year anniversary. Woo! I cannot believe it has been 2 years since I moved to Florida, opened this company up with Bitcoin Ben, and we've just come so far since it. We opened up 2 other clubs. We have 3 or 4 more on the way, resorts. Our clubs are now offering you the ability to get loans through us, purchase no KYC Bitcoin, as well as I think we're also starting loans against Bitcoin too, and so much other stuff just down the pipeline. But thank you all for being a part of this journey. For those of you part of the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, that logo right there, that's what this video is sponsored by. So if you need help in cryptocurrencies, give us a call, join the club, and we're glad to help you out. But other than the crypto anniversary, it's also my birthday. It happened on Sunday. Sherpa is 35. Ooh, I am officially in my mid-30s. Like, it's been a fun journey, and I got to enjoy this entire last weekend. It's been amazing. My family came out to town, had dinner, friends took me out, so it was great. Like, here are some a couple photos, like what happened, like was with Bitcoin Ben. Oh, I gotta get those back up. Yeah, so here we had a nice dinner with Ben, my mom, dad. We had Jay, his wife, Heidi, Christian. It was a blast. And then also went down to the beach with my parents, took Baxter down there, and then we had dinner again downtown Sarasota. So it was such a great time. And here we are at the Crypto Club. See Ben in the corner. There's Randy, our K1 machine, Zoltan eating. But no, it was a fun weekend. So thank you all for those birthday wishes. But yeah, let's go through the crypto news now. What have I been missing? I know I'm not going to cover what's been going on the past 2 weeks, but let's cover the current news. What is going on? So here, let's start off with our solo Bitcoin miner hitting the jackpot again. So it happens. Like, if you have a little miner that you mine on your own, it's rare that you could solve a block on your own, but it does happen. So this is going to be our first article we cover on how, the solo Bitcoin miner hits the jackpot, scoring $266,000 reward. So yeah, a solo miner just scooped up another huge Bitcoin reward by processing a block alone, but it isn't as easy as it sounds. So let's hear about it. So a solo Bitcoin miner hit the jackpot early Friday, mining a block without a pool of supporting miners and bagging $266,000 reward in the process. But just how realistic is such a feat? Well, on Friday, an unknown miner processed Bitcoin block 888,737. So that's the block it solved. We've had all those blocks going on in Bitcoin's blockchain history so far. Now, the block contained 2,327 transactions, and the miner received a payout of 3.125 Bitcoin, as well as a 0.032 BTC in fees. So you see how they got also rewarded the fees. Once all the final Bitcoin gets mined up, in the year 2141, basically the incentive to keep on mining will be the Bitcoin fees in those blocks, and it will definitely outshine what the BTC reward will be at the end of the time. Because once we're in the year 2140, a block's going to be producing 1 Satoshi at a time or something like that. So the gas fees will definitely be higher on it. But at today's Bitcoin price right now, is it 84? No, we're at 88,000 right now. That's more than a $266,000 payday. Now here is that block, the block height that did happen. So there's the transactions, and you can check it always on the meme pool. But Bitcoin miners work to process blocks on the cryptocurrency network. Blocks are full of transaction data and are part of the Bitcoin blockchain. Miners are given newly minted coins, a 3.125 Bitcoin fixed reward, along with the transaction fees paid by those using the payment system during that particular block window. Now, as the network has grown, mining operations have become more energy intensive and are typically now industrial-sized setups consisting of warehouses full of machines. Now, but occasionally, a solo miner can score big using a home hobby machine, and in this case, according to blockchain data, the miner was using a do-it-yourself FutureBit Apollo machine. Now, however, experts told Decrypt that things might not be as simple as they sound. Solo mining, per blockchain jargon, technically refers to any miner that's not in a mining pool. Now, pools are groups of crypto miners that share their resources, so they have a better chance of processing a transaction, but they also then share the reward. So that's why usually miners out there will pool their mining services with other people out there. So if they solve the block, because they'll have a higher chance to, then they share that reward. But this person did it all on their own. Now, the term solo miner is a really broad term. Pseudonymous Bitcoin miner, Econochemist, told Decrypt it could just be one dude in his apartment or a warehouse full of high-powered miners. So really, that's what it could be. But ultimately, this means that a solo miner could have a room full of hobby miners all switched on and working to secure a transaction. Such an operation wouldn't necessarily be easy or cheap to set up, though it would give the miner a better shot at securing a block win. Now, still, with solo miners securing numerous block wins in recent months, Friday news may spur more Bitcoiners to try and have a go at home mining. And I think everyone should get into at-home Bitcoin mining. You're helping secure the network. If you do it on your own, you run the chance of luckily winning one whole block yourself, which is 3.125 Bitcoin right now, which does change in 4 years because of the Bitcoin halving. So when that takes place in 2028, the new block reward will be 1.15. It's half of 3.12. And then when 2032 hits, miners are receiving less than 1. So this happens every 4 years or 210,000 blocks. But everyone should do it because you're helping secure the network, and it's just a great way to support it too. So yeah, so way to go, solo miner. Who else out there is going to be doing some solo mining themselves? Now let's continue on. What else is going on in the crypto space? We have a lot of Trump news going on for what's happening. But so we got Trump Media looks to partner with Crypto.com to launch ETFs. Trump Media has linked a non-binding agreement with crypto exchange Crypto.com to launch a series of ETFs that will comprise of digital assets and securities. So yeah, so Trump's, is this TruthSocial? Yeah, so this is Trump's media platform, TruthSocial, and yeah, coming out with altcoin ETFs out there. He didn't say Bitcoin ETFs, but they want to launch a series of ETFs out there that will promise multiple. So let's learn a little bit more about this article. So Trump Media has signed a non-binding agreement with Crypto.com to launch a series of exchange-traded funds in the U.S. Trump Technology Group Corp., the operator of the social media platform TruthSocial and fintech brand Truth.5, is also part of the agreement, which subjects to regulatory approval, according to a March 24 statement from Trump Media. Now, the party plans to launch the ETFs later this year through Crypto.com's broker-dealer, Forest Capital US LLC. Now, the ETF will consist of digital assets and securities with a Made in America focus. Crypto.com will provide the infrastructure and custody services to supply the cryptocurrencies for the ETF, which may include a basket of tokens including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Kronos. Now, the parties involved expect the ETFs to be widely available internationally, including in the US, Europe, and Asia across existing brokerage platforms. Now, once launched, these ETFs will be available on the Crypto.com app. For our more co-founder and Chris Marszalek said that the ETFs are anticipated to launch alongside a slate of Truth.5 separately managed accounts, which TMTG also plans to invest in with its cash reserve. Now, here is that tweet from him saying we're excited to announce that Crypto.com will be exclusive partner of TruthSocial for 3 ETFs, including BTC, BTC ETH, and the first of its kind ETF basket of cryptocurrency, including BTC, ETH, Sol, Crow, and XRP. So, okay, so I did mention that this is it's not just Bitcoin, it's other altcoins. So I guess they are coming out with multiple ETFs, Bitcoin being one of them, and then a combination basket of different altcoins in there. So pretty cool. Now, the potential ETF launch would mark yet another crypto-related endeavor, Donald Trump. However, Democratic lawmakers say that conflicts of interest have already arisen between Trump's presidential duties and the Trump organization ownership of the crypto platform. Not really financial, in addition to the official Trump meme coin that launched 3 days before he was inaugurated, House Representative Gerard Conley recently referred to the Trump token as a money grab that has allowed Trump-linked entities to cash in over $100 million worth of trading fees. Now, Democrat Maxine Walters also criticized Trump's meme coin on January 20th, referring to it as a rug pull that represented the worst of the crypto. Now, there has been so many good things going on in crypto, but yet the Dems, some sides of the media, they're just still blasting it like, oh, Bitcoin bad, it's a Ponzi. Oh, your meme coin is not good for us. So they're still just blasting FUD out there. But hey, if you pay attention to the news, there is so much good things happen. That's just all white noise you can ignore. But yeah, so Trump Media is partnering with Crypto.com to do these ETFs. Very nice. Looking forward to that. Now let's continue on with some other Trump-backed news, because I believe he's actually creating a stable coin. That's right. So Tether, watch out, because we're going to have USD1. So yeah, let's go through this article. So Trump-backed World Liberty Financial confirms the dollar stablecoin plans with BitGo. The USD1 token will be fully backed by U.S. government securities and cash, with BitGo providing custody services for the reserves. So what to know about this? World Liberty Financial, a decentralized financial protocol backed by U.S. President Trump, has confirmed its plans to launch a stablecoin. USD1 will be fully backed by short-term U.S. government securities, U.S. deposits, and other cash equivalents, and will be the first available on Ethereum and BNB chain. Now, the stablecoin aims to provide access to DeFi with the credibility and safeguards of traditional finance, offering a digital dollar that can be integrated into strategies for secure cross-border transactions, WFLI co-founder Zach Wyckoff said. So yeah, so that's what you need to know. But World Liberty Finance is a decentralized financial protocol backed by U.S. President Donald Trump, and his family confirmed on Tuesday its plans to launch a U.S. dollar-backed stablecoin. So US fully backed by short-term. Now the reserves will be custodied at BitGo, while BitGo Prime, the firm's brokerage service, will provide liquidity for the token. Now the stablecoin will first be available on Ethereum and BNB chain, which is solid, especially that it's ideal. It just makes sense. It has to be on Ethereum. That's like the number one, or outside of Bitcoin, it's the number one smart contract platform out there. So it's also the strongest compared to like these other chains, BNB, Solana, Cardano. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be on there. It's just it's going to be first just rolled out with Ethereum and BNB, and then I guarantee it will be on all the other chains shortly after. But the announcement came after observers brought attention to test transactions with a token named World Liberty Financial USD, with a ticker USD1 on Ethereum and BNB chain, with BitGo and market maker Wintermute being involved in transfers. Now, USD1 provides what algorithmic and anonymous crypto projects cannot access to the power of DeFi, underpinned by the credibility and safeguards of the most respected names in traditional finance, said Zach Wyckoff. Now, WLFI co-founder, we're offering a digital dollar stablecoin that sovereign investors and major institutions can confidentially integrate into the strategies for seamless, secure cross-border transactions. Now, World Liberty Finance, a project spearheaded by Zachary Folkman and Chase Harrow, made a splash last year as one of the first crypto projects enjoying the backing of Trump. Now, the protocol aims to provide a blockchain-based marketplace where users can borrow and lend cryptocurrencies, create liquidity pools, and transact with stablecoins. So definitely looking forward to when all of us will be able to use World Liberty Finance's platform, because I release it for the public soon. So Trump's coming out with a stablecoin, and I can't wait to see again how this World Liberty Financial app was going to look, how it's going to run smoothly. I hope their customer service is good. But wait, no, they're DeFi, so there's not going to be any customer service. But that's basically the Trump news. I know there was another article out there about Eric Trump like getting on the board of MetaPlanet, like the Japanese MicroStrategy. They're not the same, but they followed MicroStrategy's plan of acquiring Bitcoin. But I heard that he was like joining the board, but I didn't pull up that article. But no, so Trump's got lots of plans, lots of stuff's happening, and it's just great following the news with that. Now let's move on. What else do we have in the Bitcoin news? Yep, Michael Saylor did it. His company strategy surpasses 500,000. So that's right. Let's see what's his average price now for that. So we knew this was coming because he's just buying no matter what. Price is high, price is low. He's acquiring it at 500,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. So let's hear a little bit about this endeavor. So Strategy just acquired 6,911 Bitcoin for $584 million during the latest dip, pushing its total Bitcoin holdings beyond 500,000 according to a new SEC filing. So I'm sure we're going to find out what the exact holding is, but they did surpass it. So Michael Saylor's Strategy has acquired over $500 million worth of Bitcoin as institutional interest and exchange-traded fund inflows make a comeback. Now, Strategy acquired the 6,911 Bitcoin for over $584 million between March 17th and March 23rd. Oh, hey, he finished it on my birthday. And he did it at an average price of $84,529 per coin, according to the March 24th filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, here's that filing showcasing that. But following the latest acquisition, the company now holds more than 500,000 Bitcoin with a total of 506,137 Bitcoin. So they are holding 6,137 Bitcoin more than the 500,000. That's crazy for how much. Again, get some Bitcoin now, guys. Call a club, get a loan, buy it. Just get it before all these big guys can get it up before you, because you do not want to be left out of the what I'm trying to say. You just don't want to be left out when it's so hard to get Bitcoin. And these prices, it's still early. Bitcoin, we know, is going to go up. So get it now before these guys do. But this milestone comes a day after Strategy co-founder Michael Saylor hinted at an impending Bitcoin investment after the company announced the pricing of its latest tranche of preferred stock on March 21st. Now, the preferred stock was sold at $85 per share and featured a 10% coupon, according to Strategy. The offering should bring the company approximately $711 million in revenue, scheduled to settle on March 25th. Now, Saylor's strategy of buy the dip despite global tariff concerns. Strategy, the world's largest corporate Bitcoin holder, continues buying the dips despite widespread investor fears of premature bear market. Strategy's latest investment comes amid global trade war fears, which analysts say could weigh on both traditional and digital asset markets, at least through early April. Now, despite a multitude of positive crypto-specific developments, global tariff fears were continuing to pressure the market until at least April 2nd, according to Nikolai Sondergaard, a research analyst at Manson. Now, he said, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the tariffs from April 2nd onward. Maybe we'll see some of them dropped, but it depends if all the countries can agree. That's the biggest driver at this moment, the analysis said during Cointelegraph's chain reaction. Now, risk assets may lack direction until the tariffs-related concerns are resolved, which may happen between April 2nd and July, presenting a positive market catalyst, he added. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump reciprocal tariffs rates are set to take effect on April 2nd, despite early comments from the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent indicating a possible delay in their implementation. So some people think that, yeah, with this going through and like tariffs, maybe the agreement comes through, this is going to be a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. And I think there's even like articles out there like Arthur Hayes at like BitMEX, but he is saying like he thinks like we're hit $110,000 Bitcoin before we even retest at 78,000. So for those thinking Bitcoin might go down, again, there's people out there thinking the complete opposite, saying that we're going to keep going up now. But no, so way to go, MicroStrategy, being a big holder of Bitcoin. But these guys aren't the only ones out there. There is a list of companies, public companies, that announce that they buy Bitcoin and put it on balance sheets. Let's take a look at just a handful of them. Now, we're not going to read this article, but we're just going to go like over the companies that are holding and stockpiling, because it's more than just Strategy. Sure, we hear in the news all the time that Strategy's buying more Bitcoin. We hear Metaplanet buying it, but there are still so many more. So let's see which companies do we not know of, or which ones do we know of are buying it. So we have Tesla. They still hold Bitcoin. They have a long history with Bitcoin. The publicly traded company first revealed that it had invested $1.5 billion in the world's oldest crypto in February 2021, with plans to accept tokens as payment for vehicles. Now, that happened for a short little brief moment, and then they took off the payment platform. They had some Dodge payments. They sold some Bitcoin, but then they still hold a lot. So they are still good. They're still a holder of it. Now, what other companies hold it other than Tesla? Well, the company Block, the financial service conglomerate Block. They're behind the Square Payments platform, and they own more than 8,000 Bitcoin, worth at least $758 million at the time of writing. And then we've got news of Rumble acquiring 20 million Bitcoin. And we're covering that news article where they started acquiring it as well. We have Leaf Brands. Now, who are these? They are a cannabis company, Leaf. They brand their announcement in December that it would adopt Bitcoin as a treasury reserve. Now, this is a Canadian business and plans to make investments through a $5 million Bitcoin-backed debenture offering, according to the company's statement. Now, the company holds 3.9 Bitcoin in a cold wallet, but no details of Bitcoin purchase have been shared. Now, I know that's a small number, 3.9, but still, that's still one more Bitcoin that you cannot have. And they got 3.9. So who was it? Was it Larry Fink that said like not every millionaire can hold a Bitcoin? And these are just public companies saying that they have some on their balance sheets. Now, other companies, we got Semler Scientific. They are a medical technology company. Semler Scientific began purchasing the largest cryptocurrency by market cap last May when it debuted its Bitcoin reserve. Did they say how much they have? They nearly hold 3.192 Bitcoin as of February 1st. So they are kind of the same with that cannabis company right there. And then we got Bonsai, the technology solution firm. Bonsai announced that it would spend up to 10% of their funds in corporate treasury on Bitcoin, adding to the Bitcoin Bonsai's balance sheet. And then Fold, our favorite card to earn Bitcoin. They've recently added 475 Bitcoin to its treasury, bringing its total holdings to 1,485 Bitcoin. So, woo! And then was there any more they're going to talk about? We got WorkSpot, we got Fathom Holdings, and then we also got Nuvei. So there is, again, so many public companies out there that are holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets, not just Strategy. So I know we hear them all the time that, oh, he bought this much. He now holds 500,000 Bitcoin. But yeah, we got some companies on the way still adding. They might not catch up because Bitcoin's scarce. It's only 21 million out there. Well, there's 19 in circulation right now, 2 million starts to be minted and put into circulation. But no, it's scarce. This is going to be gobbled up so fast. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you that it's not just Strategy out there. There's so many other companies holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Now, let's move on. What else? I think that was all our Bitcoin news. Here's like an XRP article. So let's cover some other altcoin news out there. What's going on? Can XRP's price hit $5? Ripple CEO Garlinghouse eyes swift disruption. So let's hear about this. So XRP has stalled this week, even after Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse shared his views on how Ripple will compete with Swift. Now, Ripple was trading at $2.40 on Tuesday, holding steady over the past few days. Now, the price is about 28% above its lowest level this month. In an interview with Fox Business host Marie Bartiromi, Garlinghouse said that he was confident that Ripple would become a viable rival to Swift over time. Now, he argued that Swift has been around for over 50 years and that its technology is due for a disruption. Now, Swift, which handles over $150 trillion annually, is often slow and time-consuming. While transaction speeds have improved, it is still common for Swift transfers to take a day to complete their transaction. Now, according to Garlinghouse, the recent conclusion of the Ripple versus SEC case will help Ripple onboard more American banks that handle trillions in payments annually, and he noted that Ripple signed up more U.S. banks and payment companies in the 6 weeks after Donald Trump's election than in previous 6 months combined. And again, we knew this was going to happen, not just with Ripple, but with all crypto entities and business out there. The U.S. is becoming definitely a more crypto-friendly haven because the last 4 years we were pushing it. We were stifling innovation. So it makes sense that they got more in these last 6 weeks than the last 6 months. But Ripple's business in the U.S. largely is stagnant after the SEC launched its lawsuit against the company in 2020, and as a result, most of its partnering institutions from abroad, especially in Japan. Now, Ripple's technology is seen as a better alternative to Swift because of its superior speeds and low costs. A typical transaction takes less than 5 minutes to complete and costs just cents. Now, Ripple uses a technology known as an on-demand liquidity, which involves converting a local currency to XRP, transferring it to another country, and converting it into the local currency. Now, transactions can also be made without using XRP, which is known for its volatility. Now, Ripple hopes that the Ripple USD stablecoin will become a key part of the ecosystem. Still has a long way to go to catch up with Swift, and which partners with over 11,000 banks. Now, some technical analysis with XRP. The token has formed a head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart, risking a drop to $1. However, the weekly chart shows that the coins has formed a break and retest pattern, moving to $1.96, its highest swing in 2021. Now, XRP has formed a bullish pennant chart pattern characterized by a tall vertical line and symmetrical triangle. It has moved about 50 weeks and 100-week moving averages. Therefore, more gains will be confirmed above the resistance at $3, which represents the shoulders. Now, for my opinions on that, like where are we going to go with XRP? Again, XRP is a fine token. It's Ripple I don't like. Just like Bitcoin Ben, I'm sure you've heard him say that before. It's like the same thing. It's like if you don't want to support a company you don't agree with, why do you use it? We've seen all the time people boycotting Disney, boycotting Target. Like people will boycott like a company they do not like to do. And if you don't like Ripple, then they're not going to use XRP. But with XRP though, like will it touch $5? It could. Like this is not financial advice, but like if it hits $4, I say take your profits on that, convert it to Bitcoin, convert it to a stablecoin, do whatever you want with it. But that's just my thing. If we have normal cycles out, that's just my thoughts. It's not financial advice, just from what I see and like what coins previously did in bull runs. So just playing it safe. But no, so that's the XRP news for you. So they do plan on disrupting the SWIFT system and everything. So yeah, and sorry for the dog barking. Like Baxter, why did you do that? Huh? Why were you barking? Yeah, joys of working, and you're the boss. People want to knock on the door, and then we'll go, Sherpa, we need to solve. So, yeah, doing a live show right now. So I'll get out there in a second. But that is the XRP news for you. What else? Let's go over some Theta news. Like I haven't covered Theta in a while, so we do Theta network updates. Let's see what's going on in the Twitter side. So Theta, still love them, still hold them. Actually, I'm going to be swapping my Theta for T Fuel, so I got to do that later today. But no, so Theta just released a new Edge Cloud like feature for AI. So if you like using AI, try Theta's Edge Cloud. But it looks like they have a general AI showcase, which expand a talking head feature for users to new AI. So now you can like take an image and add like a voice to it and then have them start talking too. So that AI feature just got on. You also have text to image on here. You can just write a test, say, hey, make me an image of this. Then you can take that image, make it from a sketch to 3D. And then after that, you can even do a talking head. So there is so much stuff. Even the virtual try-on, if you have a business out there, you can have like feature your clothing on there, different people. So that's what Theta's Edge Cloud is doing. And they also have great AI, also chatbots on there. Because I think they just made another partnership with another Vegas hockey team. So they used to be partnered, or they still are, but they're partnered with the Vegas Golden Knights out there. But I believe I saw on here that they also partner with another NHL team out there in Vegas. So let's see, let me scroll down. Where was it? Oh, yep, here it is. Additional Q&A from the NHL Devils. The content and our CEO, Mitch Bot Stevens, a giant AI chatbot powered by RAG Predicted Analysis Prudential Center. So yeah, so the NHL Devils is now a part of it, and they have an AI chatbot that brings up current and recent data for what's going on with the team, games, and all that information. And then as well, other news with Theta, I guess they're still continuing on their world tour. They just hit Paris, and they're going to continue going on with that. So that's basically going on with Theta. I know a lot of people also, I don't have anything on Divi right now. I guess still got to do some more research on that. It's been a while. Gotta watch some videos, see what they've been talking about, working on side change, where are we at with the new website. So I'm still going to look into that, but that is the Theta news. Now it's got a couple more articles for you, more about the fun stuff, not fun stuff, but warnings right now. Like we have a man who was facing 10 years for stabbing a crypto CEO and a Binance scammer out there with text messages. Now there's a lot of text message scams going on right now, so be careful out there, know what you're looking for. These guys, they're just fishing for information. But let's learn a little bit about this one so you can see what it looks like. And then that way, you know, if you get this text message, you will not fall for the scam. So scammers pose as Binance in a sneaky SMS scam. Red flags include unsolicited messages about account breaches, urgency to act quickly, and requests for seed phrases or fund transfers. So yeah, beware, guys. So Australian authorities have warned crypto users about a new scam where fraudsters pretend to be Binance through fake text messages. The Australian Federal Police said on March 21st that at least 130 people have been targeted so far. And as per reports, the scam involves fraudsters sending text messages that look like Binance alerts. They use similar sender ID as real Binance messages. And the message claims there has been a security breach and tells users to set up a new wallet. Now, victims are then given a fake support number. If they call scammers, instruct them to move their crypto to a trust wallet. Now, this wallet is actually controlled by the scammer, and once the funds are transferred, they are quickly removed through multiple wallets, making it hard to recover. Now, here's what that text message looks like. So your Binance login verification code, blah, 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 blah. Do not share this code with anyone. Visit your Binance accounts now. And they give you another one. And then it says you logged in from a new device in Shanghai, China, if this is not it. So they are trying to like get you like to just take action immediately. They want you so fearful. It's like, oh no, my money is like in danger. But if you're in crypto, it's number one rule. Don't leave your cryptos on exchanges. Add securities everywhere. So if you left your cryptos on exchanges, no, because they're trying to get in on that. But no, did they say like I think this article said like they're even matching in like the ID, saying like, so it looks like a real Binance one. So yeah, so Binance isn't the only one going through this. Like this past 2 weeks, like I've been seeing like text messages from Coinbase, like fake Coinbase accounts doing this exact same thing. So just be on alert for these messages. Like exchanges will not message you. If there ever is a situation where you think something is happening, just log on into your actual account. If there is nothing wrong there, no notifications, whatever that email, text message, phone call was, it is not them and a scammer. So you have the ability just to go into your own account and actually check if information is correct, if you've been tampered with. Just never click on links in these messages, emails, or wherever they may send you. No. But this scam also appears to appear very convincing, since the fraudulent texts appear inside legitimate Binance message threads. Experts claim that this is possible due to a possible loophole in telecom services, which allow messages to be sent under a company name instead of a phone number. So it's scary. So crypto scams stay one step ahead. In Australia, SMS scammers are posing as Binance, deceiving crypto users by fake text. So yeah, just be safe on that. But this isn't the first time scammers have used this trick. Similar fake messages importing Coinbase. Gemini reported on March 14th trying to steal users' funds by tricking them into setting up wallets with pre-generated recovery phrases. So like I said, like even Coinbase, but I didn't hear about Gemini, but that was going through. But here was Binance tweeting about it, forewarning people. Now, a seasoned crypto user never imagined he'd fall for a scam until a trusted forum seller turned out to be a fraud. Lesson learned. Even the most careful can be tricked, but with Binance, you're never alone. Read the full story. So even Binance has an article to help prevent anti-scam, just give you some help. Now, what are authorities doing right now? Well, to fight back, the AFP has been contacting victims directly via email and text to warn them, in addition to the Australian government, and has announced a SMS sender ID register expected to launch in late 2025. This system will require telecom providers to verify the legitimacy of branded messages. Now, the AUS Fed Police tweeted out, and Binance are working together to combat a surge in impersonation scams targeting Australian crypto users as part of the Operation Firestorm. So it's nice that they're protecting Australia, but we need a little bit more help in America as well, and just all over the world. Now, how can you stay safe? Binance's chief security officer, Jimmy Su, warns users to be cautious. Red flags include unsolicited messages about account breaches, urgency to act quickly, and requests for seed phrases or fund transfers. If in doubt, verify through official Binance channels like this website, or give us a call at the Crypto Club. Just go, hey, this person messaged me. What is it? Like, is this a scam? Is this real? And honestly, me, whoever else answers the phone here, we're knowledgeable where we can just tell you straight off the bat, that's a scam. Ignore it. Don't click or do anything they say. And like, we will stop you right at that point, so that way you do not fall for it. So yeah, contact them, contact the club, but we want to make sure you guys are safe in this space. But yeah, so be careful of those scammers out there. They are in high alert. And also, like for crypto club guys out there, like I've been hearing around from a couple members that they've received a phone call with someone claiming to be Bitcoin Ben, and then I think they're talking about like joining the crypto club, and it's like a fake one, because we did not do that at all. So if you're getting a phone call from a fake person, which you know what Ben sends, like, hey guys, welcome to Bitcoin Ben. If he does not sound like Ben, but we know AI can also sound similar to, can make him anything sound like a person. But no, if like a person's claiming to be Ben and you know it doesn't sound like him, like it is not, it's a scam. But yeah, just be on alert out there. So like there's phone calls out there claiming to be Ben. get you to sign up to a fake crypto club account. So just be alert on that. So I just want to give you guys a forewarning. But yeah, so all in all though, just be super careful out there in the space. Like, we're in some pretty amazing times right now, and crypto scammers are going to be even higher on alert right now to keep you going. But yeah, so that's about it. Again, like I did say, we have this article here about man faces 10-year sentence for crypto stabbing. Nothing really, I feel like I covered this article actually. I think this is an ongoing procedure because it was a courtroom attack. And yeah, according to local media reports, the incident occurred on August 28th in a courtroom of 306 of Seoul Southern District Courts in Siwoo Row. Longcheng-gu, Seoul Kang, a daily customer of Haru, had reportedly lost 100 Bitcoin and, in a fit of rage, stabbed Lee in the neck severely. And at the time, the Haru investigator was trial for allegedly defrauding around 16,000 investors. So, yeah, so, well, kind of the guy who got stabbed kind of deserved it for being a fraudulent thing, because everyone always wants that to happen. Like, when a scammer like gets away, someone wants to be able to just go there and do what this guy did. But guys, it's not worth at least $10 million or 10 years in prison. I know it's rough. Just don't take that action. But we do really wish in the back of our mind that we could do something like this. But no, 10 years, not worth it. But no, so that is it. That's all the crypto news I got for you. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We are at a 34 since I checked last time I was doing a video. We were in the 20s and 18. People were really fearful, but we're making our way back up. Like this last week, Bitcoin's been on a steady rise, an 8% rise in the last week, 0.31% today, but we're holding steady. Ethereum's at 2,000. Yeah, I think Ethereum still has its way to go. Like, it's going to get there. XRP is at 244, Solana is at 144, and Dogecoin's at 18 cents right now. So yeah, so that is it. So guys, thank you for tuning in for the crypto news, staying informed, liking the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm getting off topic now. Where am I going? But thank you all for tuning in, wishing me those happy birthdays, and thank you for being a part of the crypto club if you're a member, and happy 2-year anniversary. So I will see you again tomorrow, because I'm going to be on top of it now. Like, if someone messages me, I will send them something. So I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what time, probably around the same time, maybe the evening. I'm trying something new where I can actually have time to make these videos and not miss it. Because when it gets too late, it's like, oh, I'm so tired now. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more early. Maybe around noon will be my new showtime. But thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you again soon. Peace.